Greetings, welcome, and thank you for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and I've got an exciting episode, number 65 of Gem Fix Farm. Max that rush. Check it out. I mean, I'm telling you right now, well, RIP Global, but if I were to go hang out in Global after the update, then I probably wouldn't be harangued for being rushed like I used to. I mean, the base is starting to look pretty solid, gotta admit, and yeah, we are working on those walls. We are very close to the final defensive upgrades. As you can see, all 5 of the builders working away as fast as they possibly can, and so we've got them working on building stuff while I am working on tearing stuff down using a wide variety of attacking strategies. Today we're doing a little bit of everything, but I thought I would show this one specifically because if there were an arch nemesis to my attacking, it's this base. When players set up this 4-quadrant base, it drives me nuts. I don't know what it is, but it just has been kind of a pain. Recently, I watched a couple of Tribe Gaming attackers use a style similar to what I'm doing right here. Think of it as a kind of Tung Sudo, a hybrid style of northern and southern influences as we use Galadon's YOLO technique of let the Archer Queen decide which way she wants to go first, and then send in the siege machine. Now, so I come from the very top, the opposite of the town hall, which is what I saw the tribe guys do, but the way that I let that Archer Queen self-funnel or kind of self-decide which way she was going to go, that was completely Galadon's fault, and it actually worked out pretty well because, as you can see, we get the Eagle down, the CC activated, the Barb King is about to go down as well, and on the right-hand side, kind of a perfect little funnel right here for the Hog Riders to move in. Now, of course, like I say many times over, you don't see a lot of this single target Inferno base in Legend League or in Clan War anymore, although I think that this strategy probably would have been relatively effective against multi-target Infernos as you send in the Hog Riders from the right-hand side. So yes, the base is kind of shaped into a V right now. The Hog Riders have a pretty much defined path that they're going to follow right here, and as they do, it's just a matter of me using spell timing and placement and an earthquake spell to wake up the town hall to make sure at least a few of the Hog Riders head that way. As they do, they get right in, and luckily for me, the Warden, well, he's oh, he wasn't. Okay, I don't know if I missed the Warden's ability or if he was too far away. I'd have to go back and look, or I'm sure down in the comments, I can just go read the comments. I'm not even going to go back, okay? I won't, because I could just go down to the comments and hear how I noobed that portion of the attack. I know you, thank you guys for that. Thank you, no, seriously. Okay, so moving on, it works out anyway because, you know, it's not a fully maxed out base. I did like what this attacker did with his higher level walls. Notice he placed them at the bottom of the base where he figured most attackers would come from, coming towards the town hall first. I did the opposite, the old reverse child psychology, and it worked out pretty well. Okay, so that is a 3-star, one of many, and with that loot, we are going to go ahead and get into some upgrades, of which we have quite a few. So this is a following day of raiding, of upgrading, and of course, as tradition dictates, we find an obstacle and spend a bunch of gems clearing the obstacle, so the bush is going to get out of the way right there. And plus, it's totally in the way. It's disturbing my whole Zen, my Feng Shui pattern of upgrade base. Okay, speaking of the upgrade base, let's upgrade some walls. Are you guys annoyed yet by my spindly, little sticking out level 12 walls? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think, you know, there doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason to where you put your walls. Just put them wherever you want, even though there is technically a pattern developing on both sides of that. Okay, so the multi-mortar, the last multi-mortar. Many of you did happen to notice this right here, the very observant few. Noticed that I had a non-maxed out mortar on the wrong side of the upgrade base. So we moved it down there and then we moved it back up because yes, we did upgrade it. So now you can all sleep tonight knowing that the upgrade base is back to how it should be. I know that many of you wrote letters, called Supercell, which is a mistake. Remember, I don't work for them. Okay. All right. Oh, hey, okay. One more thing, quick thing. Yes, I buy the books. Yes, I will buy wall rings. No, I will never buy a shovel. And I'm telling you right now, all of you should join me in protest and never, ever, ever, never. Did I mention never? Never pay 500 gems for that shovel, okay? Join me in the movement and together we can make a difference in the world. It's true, all right? If enough of you don't buy it, all right, then maybe Supercell would eventually drop the price. I don't know. It's just a thought. Okay, so more walls heading on over here, feeling good, getting closer and closer, almost down to one singular row of walls remaining. And we are going to go ahead and check on the status. 1 day, 3 hours left to level 7. So yeah, we're closing in. Maybe we'll get it to level 7 in this episode. I'm feeling a little bit impatient, I have to admit. Okay, so 12 million gold. I would always tell you upgrade archer towers before cannons because of course they target air and ground. They're going to be more versatile, more potent against defenders, and there it is. Archer tower number 6 is going to be maxed out and feels good. All right, speaking of feeling good, let's get into this. Check this out. Now this is Galadon trying to be a nice guy and then forgetting what you're supposed to do. Okay, if you're a nice person, and I don't really need his 34,000 gold or 12,000 elixir, you just attack and then you leave. But, and it's a big but, what you should do if you're trying to be kind to these lower Town Hall pushers like Big Boss Town Hall 7, who is a Titan 3 right now, is you should always try to give them that shield, okay? And that means do not do what Galadon just did and leave. Yes, I gave him 34 trophies. No, I didn't give him a shield. And this happened live on Facebook Gaming. That's right, fb.gg/real Galadon Gaming. Be there, visit me, come by, a live stream. And yes, the chat certainly let me know about my failure in failing, or my failure to fail, or I'm failing while I'm failing, and no, anyway, I messed it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some non-messed up raids. Going to show these at double speed just so we can get through them a little bit more quickly because some people like to see the upgrades, some people like to see the raids, so we're trying to show a little bit of both in every episode just so that you guys can all be happy and everybody will go home fully satisfied. So this is working out pretty well. This is, you might be familiar with it by now, Hog Bat. That's right, Hog Riders and Bat spells. After a little bit of funneling at the top of the base, in come the Hog Riders on the right-hand side, and we wait just a bit. The Hog Riders need to get through that Town Hall, or the Archer Queen, or somebody. Wait a minute. Nobody's getting the... All right, so nobody gets the Town Hall, but we send in the Bats anyway, and the Hog Riders loop their way around the base, and the Bats go straight to the Town Hall. Well, RIP, Bats versus Town Hall, as we know from previous episodes, does not end well. Yeah, so RIP Bats. Next thing you know, the Hog Riders move in, and they're going to get it. Nope, that's right. RIP Hogs, thanks to just a couple of skeletons, and it looks like Galadon could be headed for, yes, the 99% 1-star, the dreaded 99% 1-star, but check it out as the Archer Queen sits back out of range and blasts through the walls, moving in here with her ability gone. Luckily, she has enough health to finish it off, and we just barely squeak out the 3-star. Again, not really like it matters, but it's more like personal satisfaction. Then check out AJ3. This one kind of confused me because it's Balong. It's a Filipino player. And by the way, shout out to the Philippines. You guys are amazing players and amazing fans. I got to tell you, back in 2016, Chief Pat and I visited the Philippines. And I have to say, it was incredible how many people recognized us and how many people just love Clash of Clans in the Philippines. So again, shout out to the Philippines, and I still don't know what that base means. Okay, moving on to another intimidating looking base and another Hog Rider Bat spell combination. So just showing you that this attack is still a lot of fun. Now, of course, you'll notice no Archer Queen and probably no Clan Castle. These things make a huge difference in any sort of Hog Rider attack. Now remember, any Hog attack that you use, you need to deal with the Fearsome 5. The Fearsome 5 are the Town Hall, the Eagle Artillery, the Clan Castle, the King, and the Queen. Those 5, any combination of those can sometimes ruin a Hog Rider raid, so you have to be prepared to deal with some, if not all of them, with the Queen Charge portion or with the Hog Rider portion. In this case, it worked out pretty well. We got in there, and of course, we didn't have a CC or an Archer Queen to deal with, so Hog Bats naturally is just going to completely overwhelm a base like this because, well, as you can see, it just does. No matter how strong it is, because if you're missing some of the Fearsome 5, you're not going to be able to slow down or stop a raid like this. And sure enough, we overrun it. It is a lot of fun. It could have ended worse, but again, it's just a farming attack, so we don't have to sweat it too much. It is a lot of fun, I have to admit. This is one of my favorite attacks to try. So shout out again to Michael. Thank you for showing me this attack in, you guessed it, a Facebook live stream. And by now you know the URL. If you forgot it, it's at the end of the episode. All right. Okay. So yes, special offers. And again, we've gotten to the point with this account that it just doesn't make sense to buy every single package any longer, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, I would love to just pop in and buy every package and just be done with it. And I kind of still am doing that, I have to admit, on my main account, simply because I'm trying to prepare for Town Hall 13 by stacking up as many of these magic items as you possibly can. And remember, potions and magic items will only overfill, meaning, you can hold 6 of 5 or 7 of 5 or whatever, if you're buying them in the special offers. You can't buy them with the trader that way, you can't get them in Clan Games rewards that way, or for League medals. So yeah, it kind of sucks for the free-to-play player because it requires hold card. I'm trying to say cold hard cash, okay? Hold card cash. Yeah, or credit card. Not mom's credit card, your own preferably. All right, so let's go ahead and back to the builder race we go, because, I mean, come on. It was only 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is worth 81 gems. Let's do it, just because I wanted to start the final upgrade, the final step before we can finally, in about 4 days, make it back to the home village and gear up the multi-mortar. That is going to feel good, folks. All right, so there it is. We will be doing that very, very shortly. But in the meantime, just for the sake of keeping things even, we will be doing the cannon before the archer tower, even though pure strategery, and no, that's not actually a word, but correct strategy would probably say, let's do the archer tower before the cannons. So, all right, in the meantime, as long as we have a builder free, let's remember to do the walls first, 3 more level 12 walls, and then we can move in here and pop another cannon up to 17, completely forgetting to clear the gem box first. So, well, yeah, okay, I guess that's gonna have to wait for a future episode. Clear those gem boxes, you guys. Let's get on to the status report where we review the amount spent, and today, $9.97. That is all. That's not bad because we only bought 3 of the 4 packages, but the total, $45, $58, $37. Man, that is just, it pains me every time I see that. Gems spent today, $35.77, about $25 worth. Time spent, this was about 2.5 farming sessions, so 191 hours total. And for my next goals, gear up the multi-mortar, and it feels like 100% maxed defenses are very, very soon. So thank you guys, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope you spend the rest of that time today having a fantastic one. Get out there, be kind to people, animals, easy on the planet, and I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon! Galadon! Are you going to finish that word salad you're eating?